Jerusalem and Tehran, two iconic cities, two distinct legacies, each bearing the weight of centuries. Both stand at the heart of ancient civilizations, cradles of innovation, faith, and empire. Jerusalem, sacred to three faiths, a city revered by billions across the globe, a crossroads of conflict and devotion, where prayers echo through ancient alleyways and history permeates every stone, its stones echoing with millennia of history, bearing witness to triumphs and tribulations. Tehran, modern, sprawling, a bustling metropolis that pulses with life, yet rooted in the grandeur of Persia, a civilization renowned for its art, science, and philosophy. A land of poets, power, and revolution, where the echoes of the past resonate in the present. On the surface, they seem worlds apart, separated by geography, ideology, and contemporary politics. Jerusalem, the epicenter of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, a city divided, yearning for peace. Tehran, the capital of the Islamic Republic of Iran, a nation with its own complex narrative. Today, they are rivals, locked in a geopolitical dance of power and influence. Their standoff shaping the modern Middle East, a region constantly navigating the currents of change. But their story is not one of endless hostility. It's a tapestry woven with threads of both conflict and collaboration. Peel back the headlines, look beyond the rhetoric, and delve into the annals of time. And you find centuries of surprising cooperation, moments of shared prosperity and mutual respect, shared history and cultural exchange, a testament to the enduring power of human connection. Their relationship stretches back through the corridors of time, to the rise and fall of empires, the ebb and flow of civilizations, to moments of both friendship and rivalry, a complex interplay of power, faith, and ambition. From Cyrus the Great to the modern era, their paths have intertwined in unexpected ways. Rulers, revolutions, and religions have shaped their destinies, leaving an indelible mark on the region. Understanding this history reveals a far more complex tale, a narrative rich with nuance and contradiction than today's headlines suggest, a story that challenges our assumptions and broadens our understanding. It's a journey from ancient bonds to modern animosity, a transformation that demands careful examination. This is a story of shifting alliances, betrayals, and reconciliations, a constant dance of diplomacy and conflict. Powerful leaders, visionaries, and demagogues, each leaving their imprint on the course of history. And the enduring pull of faith and identity, forces that continue to shape the destinies of nations. To understand today's conflict, the intricate web of tensions that grip the Middle East, we must travel back in time, to unravel the threads of history that connect these two cities. Only then can we see, with clarity and insight, how these two cities became so deeply entangled, their fates intertwined in ways that are both surprising and profound. Let's uncover the hidden history of Jerusalem and Tehran, and explore the complex relationship that binds them together. Our story begins in the 6th century BC, a pivotal era in the ancient world. It was a time when the Babylonian Empire, at the height of its power, destroyed Jerusalem's first temple, a devastating blow that shattered the heart of Jewish life and exiled the Jews. Their future seemed lost, a people without a home, their sacred place in ruins. But fate took an unexpected turn when Cyrus the Great, the visionary founder of the Persian Empire, rose to power and conquered Babylon, ushering in a new era. Unlike other conquerors who often imposed their will through force and oppression, Cyrus practiced tolerance, a revolutionary concept for the time, respecting the beliefs and customs of his subjects, regardless of their origin. He issued a decree, a proclamation that would change the course of Jewish history. The decree stated that the Jews could return home to their ancestral lands and rebuild their temple, a beacon of hope in the darkness. This act, immortalized in the Hebrew Bible, a testament to its significance, and the Cyrus cylinder, a clay artifact that corroborates the biblical account, made Cyrus a hero in Jewish memory, a figure of liberation and divine providence. Under Persian protection, with the backing of a powerful empire, the Second Temple rose in Jerusalem, a symbol of resilience and renewed faith. For 2 centuries, spanning generations, Judea thrived as a semi-autonomous province within the vast and influential Persian Empire. This was a golden age, a period of relative stability and growth, of peace and religious flourishing, where Jewish traditions and culture were revitalized. The Jewish community saw the Persian kings as protectors, benefactors who ensured their safety and well-being, forging a unique bond, a relationship built on mutual respect and shared interests. Persian benevolence became a cornerstone of Jewish identity, shaping their understanding of foreign powers and their place in the world. This early alliance set a precedent for cooperation, not conflict, demonstrating that different cultures could coexist and even thrive together. The memory of Cyrus's kindness endured for centuries, a symbol of hope and the possibility of peaceful coexistence. It was a time when Jerusalem and Persia were partners, not adversaries, a period of unprecedented harmony. Their destinies were intertwined by empire, bound together by the political realities of the ancient world, faith, a shared belief in something greater than themselves, and mutual respect, a recognition of each other's inherent worth and dignity. This foundation would echo through history, resonating through the ages, even as the world changed, as empires rose and fell, and as new challenges emerged. But history, as we'll see, is never a straight line, and the path forward would be filled with unexpected twists and turns. Let's journey through time, speeding forward to the 7th century AD. The world is on the cusp of dramatic change. A new force emerges from the Arabian Peninsula, a force that will reshape the spiritual and political landscape: Islam. With unwavering zeal, Muslim armies swept across the Middle East, their influence expanding rapidly. These armies challenged and ultimately toppled the once mighty Byzantine and Sasanian Persian empires, signaling a new era. In 637 AD, after a significant siege, Jerusalem, a city of immense historical and religious importance, fell to the Rashidun Caliphate. This marked a turning point, as Jerusalem became sacred to Muslims as the revered site of Muhammad's night journey. The city's existing Christian and Jewish communities, with their long-standing traditions, were granted protection under the new rule. And with this, Jerusalem ascended to become Islam's third holiest city, a place of profound spiritual significance. Meanwhile, to the east, Persia, with its rich history and culture, was also undergoing a transformation as it was conquered. Over time, its people gradually embraced Islam, drawn to its teachings and principles. But the Persians, known for their unique identity, didn't simply adopt Arab culture wholesale. Instead, they infused Islam with their own distinct traditions, customs, and artistic expressions. This fusion gave rise to a vibrant and unique Persian Islamic civilization, a testament to cultural synthesis. For centuries that followed, Jerusalem and Persia found themselves linked within the expansive embrace of a vast Islamic world. Scholars seeking knowledge, devout pilgrims on spiritual journeys, and enterprising merchants driving commerce all traveled freely between these important centers, fostering exchange and connection. The exquisite Persian art and distinctive architectural styles subtly influenced the design and decoration of Jerusalem's holy sites. Despite the inevitable shifting of political centers and power dynamics over time, the underlying cultural and deeply rooted religious ties between these regions endured, creating a lasting bond. Jerusalem and Persia were now inextricably bound together, united by a shared faith and a common civilization. The medieval era brought chaos. Crusaders from Europe seized Jerusalem in 1099, sparking centuries of conflict. Muslim leaders like Saladin, with support from across the Islamic world, reclaimed the city in 1187. Persia, meanwhile, was conquered by the Seljuk Turks, then devastated by the Mongols. The Mongol invasion shattered the region, but their rulers later embraced Islam, sparking a cultural renaissance in Persia. Political ties between Persia and Jerusalem weakened, ruled by different dynasties. Yet Persian scholars and mystics continued to revere Jerusalem. The city remained a symbol of unity within the Islamic world, even as empires fractured. Despite endless warfare, Jerusalem's sacred status endured. The idea of a shared Islamic heritage persisted, even as direct connections faded. Through turmoil, Jerusalem remained a beacon for Muslims from Persia and beyond. By the 16th century, two empires dominated: the Sunni Ottomans in the west, the Shia Safavids in Persia. The Ottomans captured Jerusalem in 1517, ruling it for 4 centuries as protectors of Islam's holy sites. The Safavids made Shia Islam the state religion, deepening the Sunni-Shia divide. Rivalry between the Ottomans and Safavids became a defining fault line in the Islamic world. Under Ottoman rule, Jerusalem was stable, its walls rebuilt by Suleiman the Magnificent. The city's multi-religious character was preserved, but Safavid Persia grew isolated. Shia pilgrims found it harder to reach Jerusalem, shifting their focus to shrines in Iraq and Persia. The once shared Islamic world fractured along sectarian lines. Direct ties between Persia and Jerusalem faded, the gulf between them widened, setting the stage for future divisions. The 20th century redrew the Middle East. The Ottoman Empire collapsed. Jerusalem came under British rule. In Iran, the Pahlavi dynasty rose, modernizing the country and aligning with the West. Religion faded as a driver of foreign policy. Iran became a key U.S. ally. In 1948, Israel was born, sparking war and dividing Jerusalem. Surrounded by hostile Arab states, Israel found a discreet partner in Iran. The Shah saw Israel as a fellow non-Arab power and a counterweight to Arab nationalism. Iran became the second Muslim-majority country to recognize Israel, forging a quiet alliance. They cooperated on intelligence, military, and energy. Israeli advisors trained Iran's secret police. Oil flowed from Iran to Israel. For a brief period, ancient goodwill was reborn as pragmatic partnership. The alliance was one of convenience, but it was real. This era would not last. Everything changed in 1979. The Iranian Revolution toppled the Shah, replacing him with Ayatollah Khomeini's Islamic Republic. Khomeini's regime severed all ties with Israel, denouncing it as an illegitimate outpost of Western imperialism. The Israeli embassy became the Palestinian embassy. Oil and military cooperation vanished overnight. Iran declared Jerusalem central to its revolutionary cause, launching Quds Day as an annual protest against Israel. The former allies became bitter enemies. Israel lost its key regional partner. Iran gained a new identity as leader of the anti-Israel resistance. This shift redrew the region's strategic map. The rivalry became ideological, not just political. The revolution created a new, enduring fault line in the Middle East. Jerusalem was now at the heart of a deep and dangerous divide. Since 1979, Iran and Israel have waged a shadow war, never direct, always deadly. Iran built a network of proxies, the axis of resistance, to challenge Israel indirectly. Hezbollah in Lebanon, funded and trained by Iran, became Israel's most formidable foe. Iran armed Palestinian groups like Hamas, fueling conflict on Israel's borders. Israel responded with covert operations, assassinations, cyber attacks, and airstrikes targeting Iranian assets. The rivalry spread from Lebanon to Syria, from the Persian Gulf to cyberspace. Each side sought regional dominance, using proxies and technology as weapons. Every conflict, from Syria's civil war to nuclear negotiations, is shaped by this struggle. Jerusalem and Tehran, once partners, are now locked in a multi-front contest. Their shadow war casts a long, dangerous shadow over the region. Today, the relationship between Jerusalem and Tehran is at its lowest ebb in 2,500 years. The goodwill of Cyrus's era is a distant memory, replaced by relentless hostility. The shadow war continues. Proxies, drones, cyber attacks, and nuclear fears keep the region on edge. Yet, history shows this animosity is not eternal. For centuries, Persians and Jews coexisted, sometimes as partners, sometimes as rivals. Their story is one of shifting alliances, shaped by empires, faith, and revolution. The present is a product of this deep, complicated past. Understanding their history offers no easy answers, but it does provide crucial context. The story of Jerusalem and Tehran is far from over. In the Middle East, history is never just history. It's the key to the future.